Alright, so we're packing for our first road trip in Montreal. Obviously, we're going to a cold weather environment, so it's very important for us to first start and pack up our cold weather gear. Obviously, you can see here, Lotto's got the nice cold weather jacket for us. Definitely will keep the guys warm up there in Montreal. Obviously, being the first road trip, it's always exciting to make sure we have everything that we need basically for this game right away. It's not like we can just drive back to the office or the stadium to gather what we need. So we've got our travel bags. Probably one of the most important things, the captain's armband for Frankie. We can't forget that. That wouldn't be good. And then we work our way down to our coach's gear for David and Ricky. Both their sets of uniforms for basically training and day of game. While they're at training, obviously they got to have the essentials, the cones, the pennies. Basically, they probably couldn't run a session without these things. These are very important parts. Next, we'll move on to basically what the guys are going to be wearing during our training session. We go with our preseason kits for training on the road. Most of you remember these. Tony will be happy to put this on tomorrow. We have our bags now. We'll basically put all of this stuff in. So we have our training gear and then our game gear. Unfortunately, we won't be able to unveil the blue kits this weekend. We'll have to wait for our next road trip. Montreal wears blue, so we will be wearing our traditional green. Tony happens to be our poster guy today. Just because he's number 2, it's always nice to have it organized 2 all the way down to our last guy that's going to be traveling. Our famous hoop socks, we can't leave home without these. Goalkeeper jerseys, and basically the rest of the team gear. First thing is the hoop socks. Can't leave home without those. Those are obviously an earmark for our organization. Obviously, a trip like Montreal, we want to make sure that we have the cold weather jackets, and then you can't leave home without the jerseys. If you go to a game without jerseys, you'd be in pretty much big trouble. Yeah, we always make sure we have extra shorts, jerseys, sliders are important. There are compression tops underneath them. Basically everything that you can think of that a player would have from the standpoint of what they wear, they have it, plus an extra pair somewhere with us. Last year, actually, we had to pack and travel with team balls. This year, it's actually provided to us from the league standpoint that each visiting team is going to have balls waiting for us, which is actually a very good thing because you actually have to decompress the balls before you go on a plane because they can implode. So really, from just a team technical training standpoint, we just need our pennies and cones, and everything else is already there waiting for us. I've never heard of it yet. Now you're trying to jinx me. Basically, you have these nerves on you until they get back from the road trip that you're afraid that you did forget to pack something. But as long as they got the gear, the captain's armband, they can improvise pretty well and figure out how to get through the rest.